Good day everyone, I hope you're well. My name is Nick on the zxspectrum 128K and we're looking at a game called Roust, published by Allan Turvey in 2018, also known as Highrise, where Allan Turvey is. This game was a part of the ZX Dev Conversions competition in 2017 and it's a reworking of the arcade game Joust, which was released from Williams Electronics in 1982. So we'll see how this one plays. I'm quite looking forward to it. Generally, I like everything Allan Turvey does. So 2018, other games in the competition were Mighty Final Fight reviewed, Extruder and Gandalf. So here we go. Now, if you don't know anything about Joust, in this case Roust, we're on board at the bottom there, this Ostrich. We're like jousting along. It's got a bit of inertia on it, so you need to press button for flapping, then left and right. We have to clear all of the opponents, computer-controlled opponents, who are also on ostriches. If we're slightly above them and hit them, they die. Vice versa, we die. Like that, I've just died. Clear all the ostriches, and then you're on to the next stage. So hopefully I get there. Now, it plays quite well. Another good one from Allan. So here we go. Let's play. There were conversions of this game back in the day we've also reviewed, called Winged Warlords by CDS Microsystems in '83, and also Lancelords, which is a bit more comical graphics than Winged Warlords from Rabbit Software in 1983. Now this one controls a little bit different, and I say I am a fan. I like the flappy wings as you go backward and forward, and care has been taken with the design of this game. So well worth tracking down. It's not Joust, it's got an R on the front. It's called Roust. I'm meant to review this one for quite some time. So yeah, whenever you see a game from Allan Turvey or Highrise, then that warrants respect and you should have a look at the thing. Right, hopefully I get a bit better. Joust I was a bit late coming to, but Roust even later. Buzzard Bait. There'll be extra stuff that comes up every now and again. I'm not sure I'll unlock all of it, but anyway, because this is my first go on it, so it gives you a bit of an impression of what you would have expected on your first or second go. Would have loved this back in the day if it had come out. So yes, dodgy gameplay, nonsense chat, but more importantly, we're de-stressing. If you want to see what the game looks like, then there, here it is. Sound as well. Now, these eggs that get released, much like the arcade game, if we don't land on them in a set time span, they will change into another, more deadly ostrich foe. If you have been on horseback or ostrich back with a lance attacking things, then comment in the comment section below. Lancelords is probably the easiest of the three, Winged Warlords and Roust, but this is proving a bit of a challenge. Can I get off stage one? Who knows? There's lava down the bottom, that's in red. That's got a platform over it for the time being. We've got the score in the bottom middle, and next to that we've got the amount of lives we have left. Come on, Nick, get off level 1, you wally. This will have a lot of levels, so apologies I won't get to all of them, because I'm just the average Joe Nincompoop game player. If you are an average Joe Nincompoop game player, then comment below, you might be an expert. Sometimes people get terribly frustrated by this channel, even now, with stuff I haven't done. It isn't a walkthrough. It isn't a walkthrough. I say this over and over and over again, but still people don't get it and give me a lot of stick. Anyway, de-stressing. It's not like any other channel you'll find. It's not encyclopedic, although I will give you some information. Some I might get wrong occasionally, but you know, I've read as much as I can do, and I'm just playing it as a kid with not much attention span. I don't apologise, that's how it goes. Other games that were in the ZX Dev Conversions competition, as I say, were Mighty Final Fight, we've also reviewed. That's like a fighting game and reworking the arcade Final Fight, of course. Extruder, which is like a puzzle game, but a bit like Tetris, but in reverse, you're firing bubbles up the screen. And the Mighty Gandalf, which is a really cool platformer, using multiple colours on the graphics there on the control. Right, level 2. Right, so I've got to level 2. A hand almost grabbed me by the bottom out of lava. If a hand's almost grabbed you out the bottom out of lava, then comment in the comment section below. Right, I'm flapping along. I love this game. What a great conversion. Should have reviewed it earlier, really. But anyway, every Wednesday we do tend to review a homebrew. Every Saturday review a couple of the classic games. And thy game is over, Big Nose. Didn't say Big Nose, I added that in, but you should have done. Yeah, if you want to see other ZX Spectrum games, homebrews and all, then there are in the playlist to get there. Lovely music. Click on my username takes you to the channel page, click on the playlist tab, and ZX Spectrum will be there, a whole load of other stuff. If you've watched this far into the video, then please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and a massive thank you to those people that have done, in particular the members. Without you, the channel wouldn't roll on at all. The last year or so has been extremely tough, and there have been, I won't lie to you, there have been times where I've considered closing the channel down, but I won't do, because we're stress busting and it will keep going. We had enough members there, it would be full time, it'd be a different kettle of all games, but just remember, we're doing it for fun. Don't overanalyze the situation with what's going on in life. You might be able to relate to that. There's no greater enemy than thy own brain, and a lancer man on the back of an ostrich. That's the two to be wary of. Ignore both. Right. Right, that's got an egg. So I got to stage 2, didn't I, my first go? I think with quite a bit of practice, I mean, a bit more patience as well, I think I would get to the larger levels there eventually, and then be doing that every time. Now, there's no time limit on this, so it's probably best, like Obi-Wan Kenobi did with Anakin Skywalker, is to take the high ground, wait till the ostriches are below, and then land on them like that. Don't rush, because, as I say, the inertia will get you, and you'll just drop that little bit lower, and then you'll get lanced in the eyeball. Like, don't bother getting that thing. Just hang on to your lives, Clives. See that? Oh, see, that was very risky business. Oh, a little bit of colour clash here and there, but I like the colour clash. It's, you know, it reminds me of the old Spectrum games of old. So they should be a green ostrich, occasionally they go yellow and they get a bit near the ledges. I love that. More attention to that. That means classic Spectrum stuff. Now, what I like about this game is quite a lot of the homebrews there. They've got extremely good polish there, but it does create a layer of separation between the classic stuff and that. This one seems to branch the two quite well. It is a homebrew, but you could imagine, it's been well done, but you can imagine it coming out back in the day because of the look of the thing. And I think that's great, and that is to be commended, because that's when nostalgia really does kick in more. Don't get me wrong, the homebrews coming out are absolutely fantastic, but they do seem a departure, especially the Zosian stuff, they do seem a departure from what was about back in the day, and what was the root of what the Spectrum could do. But yeah, great stuff from Allan Turvey. As you can tell, I love this game. Brilliant. Everyone should track it down. I can't remember what his website is, but anyway, he might comment. Links get blocked, unfortunately. But you could do a search, Roust Allan Turvey or Roust Highrise, and it'll probably come up. I think at time recording, someone bought this for me, so thank you there via Twitter and gave me a link. I think it's $2.50, which offers great value for this sort of game. Highrise Electronics. Every mount, every egg wave. Keyboard control or joystick. Let's have one last go, because it is so good. Is it better than Winged Warlords? Yeah, I suppose it is. Is it better than Lancer Lords? Yeah, I suppose it is. So this is probably the best conversion that I've played so far of Joust. The others are okay as well. But I quite like this one, because it seems to be a bit more of a challenge, really. And it's one I want to keep going back to. I mean, Lancer Lords was good as well. They're all good. 83. This one, 2018. So quite a bit of time afterwards. Yes, they're still making ZX Spectrum games, and all hail that. All a bit of nostalgia. Keep it alive with channels like this. As I say, not walkthrough, not walkthrough, not walkthrough. Right, there we go. 128k. There is a 48k version. You know, good sound when the ostrich is going backward and forward, turning around. The wings flapping, that's it. Great theme tune at the start. Sound when you actually take out the opponents and the enemies. That skidding sound when you come to a halt. So there's a lot of stuff going on in this game. You don't want to be fighting 3 ostriches at the same time. I don't know why that happened. I was darn unlucky. I think a flying pterodactyl might come on eventually with later levels if you get that far in. So apologies, I haven't got to that. It's thy game is over again. Well, we've probably seen enough of that, because it's so good. I'm having another go. I don't apologise. There we go. You'll go. Yeah, you know. I love ZX Spectrum stuff. This has hit the sweet spot for me. Well done. Good. Excellent. I love the thing. I might be playing this in my spare time, which I haven't got, but if I do have some spare time, I will be playing this. So, you know the tactics, don't you, really? Take the higher ground, don't run out of patience, drop on the ostriches, get their eggs before they doom. If they're too high up on the screen, forget about them till they get a bit lower down. Right, 500 points, 1,000 points, 1,000. I think the first wave was that about 4 ostriches. Whoa, see, very cavalier there. If I was playing it on my own, not commentating to you, I'd probably take a bit more time. Right, good arcade quality on this game. Was there a version of Joust on the Commodore Amiga? Tell me if there was. You probably reviewed it. No, I don't know. I've reviewed a lot. I tend to forget sometimes what I reviewed, but I don't think there was. We've played a few versions of Joust now on Spectrum. Don't think we've played any on the Commodore 64. Yeah. I think there was on a few arcade compilations, maybe the Super Nintendo we've looked at, or the Mega Drive. It's one of those we did. Right, flappity flappity flap, flappity 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 flap. I suppose the only inertia games, the recent one, is like Flappy Bird, isn't it? I didn't have that on my phone. Apparently it's quite addictive there, but it made the owner quite a bit of money. 3,000? 3,000. Yes, would you like to go this? I suppose the next evolution of this game is virtual reality. Imagine that. That wouldn't be scary at all. You're sitting on your chair in your living room, but waving all over the place because really you're on a flying ostrich, trying not to get a lance or jousting stick in your eye. Well, that'd be quite bad. Oh, that game is over. Roust. Is he having another go? He is, you know. Right, let's at least get to stage 2. This is definitely must go. You can tell, can't you, when a game's good, when you keep going back to it beyond what you should do. Anyway, keep the recording thing rolling. Right, cyan bird. Would it be nice to have a choice of coloured birds? No, it don't matter. Cyan's a good choice. They're yellow ledges. Might change a bit later on. So each stage is getting more and more perilous, you can tell this. The first one, this baby one, which I'm struggling with, is the platforms are over the lava. Then you get to stage 2 and seamlessly, it doesn't stop the action. The platforms are taken away. It's gonna mutate each time to a different configuration of each screen, so it's well worth persevering with to try and get that bit further on. Now, if the author comments on the video, quite a lot of times it happens nowadays, I will pin that to the top eventually. So if you want to directly talk to them, you can do. Quite often they put some important bit of information down there. Not always, they don't always come there, but it's nice when they do. Yes, this is a fairly gentle channel. I'm not going to slag anything off or anything like that. I'll try and see the good bits. I will say the frauties as well if I really don't get on with the thing. Alright, okay, but this is good. Right, so, stage 2, survival wave, platforms are gone, now we've got that terrible lava. It's not bubbling or anything, but it doesn't need to. I think the lava on Lancelot's was green and it was bubbling along, so that was a good animation from 83. This one is not bubbling along. Perhaps it's flat lava. Right, don't land in the lava or you will die. Oops, so I've got kaboof there. That game's over. Well, that was a thoroughly enjoyable game. A great conversion of the original Joust. And yeah, it does add something extra that the original conversions back in the day didn't have. This music is absolutely fantastic. So, hopefully having a look at that game, well worth tracking down. That's Roust, published by Allan Turvey, or Highrise Electronics, it says there, in 2018. Yeah, based on the arcade cabinet from William Electronics in 1982, the one called Joust. You knew this, right? Okay, brilliant game. Got any comments about this game, similar games, anything retro, or indeed homebrew, then put that in the comment section below. You're more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye. Level 2, right, so I've got to level 2. A hand almost grabbed me by the bottom out of lava. If a hand's almost grabbed you out the bottom out of lava, then comment in the comment section below.